back to Mommy Meltdown on Giant TV. I'm Stephanie Mizzy. If there's one thing all moms have too little of, it's got to be time, right, ladies? Between kid schedules, home, family tasks, our own needs, there's just never enough time to go around. I have three lovely ladies with me on the show today, and we have been laughing even before we started taping. Between all of us, we have 10 kids, and I feel like these ladies are the best to hash out what it's like to be a busy mom and maybe help you bring down some of the crazy in your own life. Ladies, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wish we could do all the outtakes because before the cameras roll is usually the fun part. I do want to thank you so much for coming on. It's an interesting topic that actually came to mind when I came across one of those, Facebook ads. And it was a t-shirt that said, "I can't, my kid has a practice, a game, or something." And I thought, that's so true. And I don't know about you girls, but I think one of the things that I struggle the most with is time management. I thought I was good at that until I had children. I realize I suck at it now. So, but for me anyway, I feel like I'm constantly running. Like I never have enough time. At the end of the day, I'm exhausted. I don't even have time to usually sit down with my husband and enjoy his company for a bit. So I'm like, look at that, 8:30, time for bed. I'm totally pooped, right? I'm totally exhausted. So for purely selfish reasons, I've invited you on, hoping that maybe you can give me a little bit of help today. So before we talk about a couple of different things, let's just go around the room and get everybody's name. Tell us about the kids, what you do. Allison, I'll let you go first.
All right, so I'm Allison, and I have two kids, a girl and a boy. My girl is almost 11, and my boy is 5.
Excellent.
And they are both in extracurricular activities. We thought we had things figured out until the second one started doing extracurricular activities.
That does add another element, doesn't it? Yeah. Absolutely. Terra, you know all about that?
Yes, I do.
Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Terra. I have two boys, Colton and Cruz. Colton's 10, Cruz is 7. And they are very involved in extracurricular activities, so it's busy.
It is busy.
Very busy.
Tara has another element to add on top of that, really, because she's almost a single mom.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Your husband is away working.
Yeah, he's starting up a new business up north. So he pretty much is gone every week since May, from Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's been a lot. Yeah,
it's a lot for a mom. And Cathy, I feel like, I don't want to say you're the veteran, because that's not the case. You're still in the trenches. Yes. But you've already gone down this road, because you've got a lot of boys.
Yes, 4 boys.
4 boys?
The oldest will be 22, and 22, 16, almost 15, and almost 11. And they are all busy children.
Yeah, you guys are super busy.
Yeah, they're
all
busy.
Hockey boys, soccer boys.
Soccer, lacrosse. Sports in general.
And ladies, we're all working. Everyone's working here, right? So we have our own stuff, and then we're adding, the typical mom stuff. Everybody's got to have an appointment for something or other, getting suppers ready and lunches like we were just talking about a moment ago. And then we got to add all these extracurricular things on top of it. So take me through the run of a day when there is something with extracurricular activities. You've got hockey practice at the end of the day. What does that day look like? Is everybody getting up at 6 o'clock and it starts from there and goes right through until 9? Like, how's this working?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd say probably.
Well, between my two boys, they've had 4 morning practices a week. Wow. So it was a little bit different because they were all in the morning. So I was up at 5.
Yeah, that's right, because they have 6 a.m. practices.
Well, we were at the rink about 6, so I would always get up earlier and get everything prepared for them, make the breakfast, and at the very last minute get them up to get them ready.
Yeah.
And out the door.
It's crazy, and then you got to get them ready for school.
That's, I find, the worst part.
That
getting
is
them
the
home
worst part,
to shower and getting them to school on time, for sure.
Yeah, that's tough.
Absolutely.
And then once they're out the door, we're going to work and then coming home. Now, when the days that they have practice in the morning, is there stuff going on at night as well?
There is, because whoever had a practice that morning, the other one had a game that night. So it's always like opposite. Yeah.
Nobody can be the same.
No,
right?
No, it hasn't been the same this year. Not this year, that's for sure. So yeah, it's like 5 a.m. till 10 o'clock at night is go, 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 go. Yeah.
How do you stay on top of it?
For me, it's organization. I'm very, very organized. So even when it comes to lunches, I always make them the evening before, at the very end of the night, so they're ready in the morning. I get school clothes out and ready for the morning. Hockey gear is washed and at the door, ready for the morning. Everything. I have to look at my schedule ahead of time, though, the whole week, and kind of plan ahead, because my husband not being here.
Yeah.
I do have to get help sometimes from like my mom or my mother-in-law or my sister, and more so for the mornings.
Sure.
Because they are up in the morning. I don't want them to have to get up every morning. So if, say, Cruz has a practice, my mom will come over the evening before and stay with Colton, so he doesn't have to get up. So there's
That's
a lot
good. And you do have to do that, right? I mean, it's a lot of leaning on each other, and whether it's your family or your husband or whatever the case is.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Allison, you're the only one without with the girl.
I am. Yeah. My
Easier
girl
with
keeps
the girl?
me. Oh gosh, I don't think so.
No? See, I'm wondering if like the girls are a little more independent, because the boys certainly are not.
No. I love my girl, but man, she's flighty. So if I don't keep her on track, she's just all over the place. So like, she's just as busy. She's a competitive dancer.
Okay.
So she's at the studio 7 to 8 hours a week. Wow. And then, right now we're in the throes of competition season. So it's sort of, every other weekend we're away at a competition.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're overnight, sometimes it's not, which is nice, but it's kind of, I feel like we're constantly dividing and conquering right now.
Yes.
In order to make it happen.
Yes.
Because my son is 5 years younger, and I find that makes a big difference, their age gap. I mean, they just really have no interest in each other's things either. So
yeah, right. I can see that. Yes.
To bring him to the dance studio, he just is, and it's like you do all you can to get him to just stay calm for a little while.
Yeah, and that's a lot, because those dance competitions are full day affairs.
They are, yeah. With me running around to get her ready, right? So it's sort of like, if he has to be there, I must have somebody else with me.
Right. Yeah, you couldn't do it otherwise.
No way. No. We definitely divide and conquer, and but my husband's around, but he works until he doesn't get home till 6, and I don't know about you guys, but all these activities start at 4:30.
Yeah.
5. Like, do people
Nobody
not work?
works. Yeah. Nobody works in the world of extracurricular activities.
So
you
can't. Like, if I wasn't self-employed and made my own schedule, I have no idea how we do it.
Yeah.
You know, but it really takes a lot of scheduling and just I do a lot of the running around, and thank goodness my husband kind of gets off and he does the pickups. Like, it's just
that's good. That is good to switch out like that, though, because you can easily just kind of
you go. I'm constantly in and out and in and out. And my neighbors are always telling me, you are far too busy. Your car is always leaving.
At least somebody notices it. At least somebody notices how busy you are, because sometimes that goes on blind eyes. Cathy, tell me, because when your oldest Andrew was in, and he played very competitive soccer,
he did.
High levels of soccer, fantastic soccer goalie, and you had Liam, and he was just a baby.
So there's 11 years between Andrew and Liam. So, I mean, when they're really small, it's easy, right? You just pack them up and go. Right. But once they start moving, then, you have to fake that you saw that goal or didn't see the goal or whatever. And the one thing I can say about sports is that your kids make friends, but you really make friends, right?
You do.
So now Andrew is 22. We don't see the old team like we used to. And I miss those people, because they were, when you were away, they were the way of life. Mm-hmm. And if they saw your kid escaping, they were as quick to grab them as you were. Yeah. And it's when you miss that when they get older, you don't think you do, but you miss that for sure.
They're like extended family, essentially.
They are.
You see hockey families and soccer families probably more often than you see your own families, right?
Sure.
So,
absolutely.
Mom, she's just joking. She's just.
Totally joking.
So, did you bring all the boys along with you when Andrew was playing at those higher levels?
For the most part. I mean, our rule is always that no kid misses a sport for another kid, right? That was our rule right on, and we put some rules in place because of that. They got to do one travel sport a year, as opposed to you get to do a travel sport in every season.
Yeah.
We extended it sometimes, but for the most part, we stuck pretty close to that. And then, again, we divided and conquered. Wayne now has a job where he's can make his own schedule pretty well.
That is great.
But when the kids were younger, pre-Liam, he would be on a boat. He was in the Coast Guard, and he'd be gone for 6 weeks in the summer sometimes.
So you know all about the single mom,
yeah,
right?
So I would, or 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off was my favorite. And the worst part is that I am a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl.
Yeah.
But when it comes to sports, you have to be organized or you're forgetting stuff. Or kids. I hear that's bad. And so he would come home and he'd be like, do I get a say in everything? And I'm like, yeah, you can just fall into place. Which is kind of bad now because he now thinks he just gets to fall in place, right?
Yeah, it gets a little dangerous as I get
That's
older.
right.
And Dad's still falling
You have
into
to be
place.
careful what you set up for yourself is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, it's so funny. I love
That's
it.
good advice.
That is good advice. I actually like that. I think I'm going to take that one from today for sure. You know, last night I had to laugh. We were talking a little bit about this before the camera started rolling, that supper, I love it. My husband loves to cook. Paul loves cooking. It was actually one of those things that I'm like, there's a good husband. Good husband material. And I kid you not. When we got married, he's like, nah, you know what? I get home too late. So, so it's always a little bit mind-boggling to me because I can't stand being in the kitchen. So a lot of times, all the time I have to cook. And I don't like cooking, but I do it. Otherwise, nobody's going to eat. Last night, he said to me, well, what are we going to make? What do you want me to make? And I thought, takeout again. Do you guys resort to takeout often, or are you really good and you plan ahead with meals? And that's my fault, is that I don't do enough planning ahead with meals.
I like to say that we plan enough. I mean, I think we resort to it every once in a while. It was definitely, funny enough, worse when they were younger.
Oh, okay.
For us, I think it's a different busy almost, right? Like, I mean, you guys know when they're really little, it's a different busy.
Yep.
And you're tired for different reasons. And now, I mean, I would say at least once a week we probably do takeout.
That's pretty good.
Lie. I'm not
once a week. I'm not even complaining about
we
that.
try really hard, but my husband loves to tell me that I'm the warmer upper. So I'm not the cooker. I'm the warmer upper. And he's right. I make a mean taco.
Excellent. That's what's for supper tonight.
For chicken, tacos and burrito. You throw it in a wrap, my kids are happy.
That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Other than that, I don't get much fancier than that.
Yeah.
Cut up the vegetables.
Listen, there's no shame in that. I think that is amazing that Chad stepped up and said, it's okay. I'll get this part of it, I think
I don't know
that's
if he
great.
says it's okay, I'll get it. But
He does it. He does it. I give him kudos for that. I think that's awesome.
He realizes otherwise he's only eating warmed up food.
But I am amazed. You talk about being prepared, but I remember I was probably more prepared when the kids were little. I did meal prepping. It's only maybe been in the last 2 or 3 years. I'm like, Sunday comes around, oh God, I'm too tired. And so I'm not meal prepping, but it does make a big difference. Anybody meal prep here? Oh, yeah? Yeah?
I do.
Kathy's nodding too. You do too?
Well, especially this year with Papping Away.
Yeah.
He's been taking on the groceries. So I give him the list. He goes every weekend. And then I make his meals for the week. So,
I love that. He does the grocery shopping too. That's important.
Yeah.
I like that.
So every meal he makes, I make, twice as much for the rest of us. And then, because they're so busy, I'm the warmer upper.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
And my crock pot is a really good friend of mine too. I love the crock pot.
Do you find though I find crock pot recipes are bland. That's my complaint with them.
Really? I don't know. I shouldn't say I do a ton of different meals in the crock pot, but like chili. I'll make
do chili
all the time. I'll do a roast or like
taco
a stew.
chicken is awesome in the crock. That's my go-to taco chicken. Super simple.
Okay.
Put those chicken breasts in there. Put a jar of salsa in it, and like the taco seasoning. Leave it. You're good to go. And you can like break it apart.
Like shredded.
Folded,
Pull it apart. It's awesome. It's my go-to. That's my only
cooked, right?
That's my only crock pot
once
thing.
It's cooked, I want to know that once it's cooked.
Yeah.
Then you can shred it.
Then shred it up. Put it in a taco.
Oh.
It's awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
That's just,
new.
you're going to have to try
there
that.
you
That's
go.
my only thing I know. Like, you would think to God I was a cooker, but I am not. Kathy, you've got some go-to meals?
Yeah, well, we're big crockpot people, and I have an amazing crockpot collection that over the years different friends have given me and I've shared. And so everything, anything in a wrap, right? So any pulled pork, any pulled sandwich bun, sometimes they have to be on the go. So you have that. And so, we went through a stage where we weren't meal prepping, and I think everybody felt gross about it. And
you do. That's what I find that we're at now.
I figured that we really have to, and especially when Andrew was playing such a high level of sports, he was like, "Mom, I can't eat this. Like, what is wrong with you?" And my husband, we're all kind of foodies, so Liam will walk in and be like, "Were you using oregano?" And I don't have a choice.
That impresses me.
Yeah, so you don't really have a choice because they are foodies, but. Yeah, and then in the summer, it's a lot of barbecuing, right? So I pre-marinate meat, and my kids learned early to barbecue. I don't know if there's a rule about how young they can barbecue.
That's amazing, really. I don't even know how to barbecue.
They barbecue like a madman.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
They need to come over and teach mine too.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to set the barbecue up. I'm telling you right now. I'm not taking on that job. I am not taking on that job.
It's one more job for you.
That's just not happening. Just not happening. We have got Cathy and Terra and Allison joining us today on Mommy Meltdown, talking about, all the things that we all go through as moms, how busy it can be, and how to maybe help with our time management. Do you find that because things are so busy and it's so easy to get, or at least I find for myself, to get stressed out quickly, and sometimes that spills. I mean, I find that I don't listen to my body when I've had enough, and I just keep pushing and pushing, and then all of a sudden it's like, I have my mommy meltdown. That's basically what happens, I love the bathroom. The bathroom is good with the shower on. Lots of crying happens at that time. That's my go-to. Do you guys know when to listen to your body, when to know that, okay, I've had enough, and I've got to stop, and I've got to collect myself again?
I wish I could say yes, but no. I'm known for overdoing and just continuing to go and go and go. And no, I'm bad for that, especially too because I think as moms we forget about ourselves in many ways, and I don't know, but I like to have extracurriculars too. So and I think it's important for our kids to see that even though you're a mom or a dad, that you can do things for yourself too, and that they're not the center of the universe.
Yes.
But because you add that on, it's even more. And
I agree. I'm finding it hard to find where to put that.
Yeah.
And I know people say all you need is 10 minutes, but in all fairness, I know that seems like a stupid thing to say. It is only 10 minutes, but when you're running and you just stop, like last night I just stopped and I thought, oh, I'm tired now.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get that 10 minutes to maybe get out for a walk or whatever.
I always say going to work is my vacation. I feel like my home life is way busier than my work life, which is crazy because my work life is insane too. But I don't know. I feel like it's just my day gets started at 3:30. 3:30 happens and that's my second shift. And then when the kids go to bed, there's the third shift. Because now whatever I didn't finish during the day at work, I'm finishing once they're in bed. So,
absolutely.
And it's, but I don't know about you guys, but I find just trying to get the kids where they need to be and everybody getting enough attention is definitely busier than work.
I find that too. Personally. As the kids are getting a little bit older, I remember when they were younger, feeling like I knew that they would need attention. I can see somebody's feeling a little whatever, and you'd go over and give them attention. As they're getting older, I'm finding that trickier, where I'm going, I think they're good. I'm not good at it. I just asked that to Matthew last night. Is everything okay? Yeah, Ma, why? I don't know. You just seemed a little off. I mean, maybe, unless he's just telling me a lie, which is quite possible. But do you guys find that the same thing? It's harder as the kids get a little older to find, or do you find they're maturing, so maybe they're able to deal with those things a little bit easier?
I don't know. I find it different because Colton is starting to become hormonal.
Oh yes,
getting into that stage where Cruz is still, I got hit in the arm today at school. That's a big problem for the day, right? And the problem I find is Colton is a lot like me in ways where, we are fine, even if something's bothering us, until we've had enough, and then we explode.
Yeah.
Or Cruz just explodes. So Cruz is my Jekyll and Hyde, right? Like, there's nothing in between.
Yes, that's my
And
James.
Yes. Oh,
Yes, totally.
Yeah. I never know who I'm waking up to.
Yeah, I know.
So true.
And you're not sure which one you'd rather.
Yeah.
Do you want the one who explodes later, or do you want the explosion now? I'm not sure which is better at this point, to be honest with you.
When you're rushing out the door at 5 a.m. or when I'm coming home at 10 o'clock at night.
Just leave it. I just don't.
Yeah. I had that last night.
Yeah.
I had it last night, and then finally I was just like, oh God, I went in my room and just listened to him cry. I was like, okay, because I'm going to explode.
Yeah, well, that's it. You do
But
kind of have to do that, right? You just let them cry it out.
I do, especially with him. Both of them are different, but I do, going back to Colton, yeah, he's at that stage where I do have to ask him, and if something seems like it's bothering him, same thing. Are you okay? Like, you can always talk to me, but yeah, Cruz spills everything. Colton tells me nothing, so I'm really trying.
You're doing great. Cathy, got any advice?
So I have teenagers, and they really want nothing to do with me most of the time. Except when they do, then they want it now, right?
Yes.
So,
right.
I don't know. My kids, like all four of them, are so different. Like they're alike, but then they each have, like you said, different little things. And Cameron is the middle child, and everything is woe is me. And you know very clearly when he is upset with you. There's no where Owen will brood and brew and brew.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. So, yeah.
Does Liam go to the other boys? Because there is such an age difference with the oldest. Does he go to Andrew more, do you think, than he would go to you guys?
It depends. So Andrew's super busy now.
Yes.
He works in school and he still plays soccer. And he has a girlfriend.
Takes up a lot, right? That's the next stage, girls. That's the next stage.
And I'm pretty sure he's a professional Olympic drinker. I'm not sure. But, he's really busy. So there's certain things that each of them will go to each other about.
Yeah.
None of them would probably admit it. Like, I know Owen goes to Andrew about girl stuff, but I'm sure when he sees this, he'll be like, I can't believe you said that. I know way more than Andrew. So that'll be a thing. But Liam always, it's with sports. He thinks of Andrew as the guru because whatever Andrew does is, like, perfect.
Sure.
But that's weaning away.
Okay.
Like, so when he was little, like, Andrew was the king, right?
Yeah.
Whatever Andrew did, Andrew said, Andrew did. And now it's not as much.
Yeah.
But, it's an interesting dynamic some days.
Let me ask you this, and probably for Terra, too, because although you have a brother and a sister, Cathy's just got a sister with all boys, 2 boys, and maybe this is happening with boy and girl, too. But I can tell you that I had a brother growing up, and there was absolutely no way that he would get into fights like my 2 fight. My 2 literally will fight from the moment they see each other to the end of the day is done. And I don't even know what to do with that.
I'm going to pipe in here because Pat, my husband, he grew up with an older sister, younger brother. I grew up with an older sister, younger brother, but there was 2 girls and the 1 boy.
Right.
And when my boys are fighting, I'm like, what's going on? This isn't normal. He's like, no, you guys weren't normal. This is totally normal. I was like, no, it's not. You don't fight like that. And they're beating each other up. And,
yes. So physical.
I don't know.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Me too. And where my sister and I, we never fought. And then there's my little brother who now you see him even as a husband and dad. And he's so hands-on. And I don't know if it has to do with that, like who you grew up with and the way you grew up with either an older sister, a younger brother, or 2 boys and 2 girls. I have no idea, but yeah, I didn't think it was normal, but apparently it is.
Paul doesn't think it's normal. Paul says all the time, what's going, but he had a sister, right? No boys.
Yes.
And so he says, because there's something wrong with these 2.
Yeah, no. Apparently not.
Apparently not. Cathy is the house chaotic with the 4.
Like sometimes I'm really thinking somebody's going to get hurt.
Yes.
And sometimes it's better, actually, if they beat each other than they're just, like, mean to each other. They have each other's back in public.
Yeah.
But what they say to each other at home,
right?
You can't say that.
Yeah.
And they think it's quite funny. One's plotting the other.
Oh, yeah.
It's a disaster.
If they do, and it does always start off as, I think, innocent enough. At least that's where I find it. Something starts off innocent enough. But in all fairness, I mean, I say this to James's face so I can say it here. he is far weaker than Matthew. And Matthew's the youngest, and Matthew will get him in a chokehold like it's nobody's business, and then give him a good shot to the head or whatever. I'm like, whoa!
Yeah.
How did that go from this to this? Yeah. No hands on. No, you know? But just, that's a whole new ball of wax for us.
Yeah,
That's fairly...
don't know if I can handle
See, at our house, there's a pecking order too, right?
Right.
So if the big thing now is they steal Andrew's clothes, right? And Andrew tells them, "You steal my clothes, I'm going to punch you." Yeah. And even though I say that's not okay, I know it's going to happen. And he literally will punch him in the arm, and Owen will take it and walk away. But if Cameron does the same thing, then it's an all-out brawl.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's interesting because I think, Andrew could probably take them all. But yeah, they don't do that. But we've had literally beds being brought outside. Andrew brought Cameron's bed outside once because
don't
Cameron
give them any
took his
ideas.
soccer shoes. So you just and sometimes I'm like, I cannot believe this is happening. I cannot. And then I talk to other people and they're like, yeah, I got a better story. So then you feel
like you're normal.
Like you're normal.
You feel normal. You feel normal. All right, we'll get ready to wrap things up in just a bit, but I do want to talk a little bit about the spouses because I know we've talked a lot about the moms and I know a lot of moms are watching, but I love that all of our spouses are hands-on, even if they're not always there. So is that something that has always been the case, or did you have to, I hate to use the word train, but I will throw that out there. Did you have to, ask for that, or are you, I'm a bit of control freak. And even Paul said this to me, actually, when I was getting ready for this, he said, make sure you mention that, yes, you do all the work, but when I offer to do the work, you say, I got it. I do that. I know I do that. I just did to him the other day. He was cleaning up the kitchen. I'm like, it's okay, just leave it. And he's like, you just complained that you're doing all the work. I said, all right, then do it yourself.
But you need it done your way.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? And what did I do? He cleaned up the kitchen, and I came out of the shower, and I'm like, cleaning it. That's what happens. I'm too much of a control freak. Do you let go of some of that and just say, yeah, you go ahead and do it?
I found as time has gone on, I've been able to let go slightly. Yeah. My husband he's a doer. He's a doer. When he's not around, I definitely feel it. But, we divide and conquer even in the house kind of thing. We're definitely a partnership there. I kind of make the lunches while he's getting them breakfast. And,
that's great.
It's like, did you have your vitamins? I'm like, no, that's your thing. I don't remember the vitamins. So I got hair to do or, that kind of thing. So, I've let go as time has gone on because if I don't, I will go crazy. Yeah. Because I went through that period of crazy.
Yeah,
and
easy.
I had to.
It's easy
I
to
had
happen.
to let go. Yeah. No, but No, we definitely divide and conquer in the house, out of the house. But he's also one where he needs to be told where to go. You know what I mean? I'm the manager.
He's the manager.
I'm definitely the manager.
Yes.
I do all the scheduling, all the booking. He has no idea what size clothes they wear or, you know what I mean, what camp they're going to unless he's told.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well,
right?
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it without him.
Yeah, well, and that's how it is,
sure.
right? It's so much harder to do without them, for sure.
Yeah.
Ladies, I want to thank you so much. I want to leave us with this, because Kristen Bell, I just absolutely love her podcast and mom-splaining videos. They're hilarious. And I think she gave one of the best pieces of advice, and it was to have reasonable expectations. She said, know the bedtime won't take 15 minutes. Know that you're going to have to constantly tell them about their teeth. Know that they're just kids. Once we have reasonable expectations, all the other stuff will be a little bit easier. I thought that was such a great thing to, I guess, end on for today, and maybe a little piece of advice for you. So once again, ladies, thank you so much for coming by. And thank you so much for joining me today on Mommy Meltdown on Giant TV. Remember, you can freak out, you just can't stress out because you had a Mommy Meltdown. Until next week.